it had to get his lights redone because they were put on wrong, so we had to redo them. So that's the first thing that happened when I got there. So we had 2 guys getting that ready, then me and Santino fetched 2 more locomotives. We also got 714, which I worked on. Here's the before photo, and here's the after photo. And we also decorated CSX 4970, the SD80 Mac. Now, another volunteer would take 4970 off the ramp, and I'd get to take the FEC down. What I had to do was pass the switch, hop off, flick the switch, hop back on in reverse to hook up to one of our consists, the black NS consist, and then later in the day we'd have to take the entire consist out, put it on the ramp, because that consist, the train car, did not have lights yet. But now we're going to reverse to hook up. Now I'd turn off the FEC, turn off all the electronic systems, and then I'd wait for my next task, which would be to move the Erie Lackawanna out the way of the SD70 Ace and the Hiawatha, so they could be moved forwards, and so the SD70 Ace could get Christmas lights put on. Now with the Erie out the way, it would be my first time seeing the Hiawatha in motion. I saw it the same day I came there. This would be the first time we're moving it that I could see with my own eyes. We were going very slow. We were very much babying it because we didn't want to derail since it was brand spanking new and still had a few issues. And yes, this is an F7 Hiawatha, which means it is a Hudson. If you want to learn the history of the Hudson F7, and go to Mark's channel, 4F Productions. He has a good video on the history of not just this engine, but also the history of F7 Hiawathas.
Next switch.
And then this backing move was her first derailment with us. It was not major at all, but it was the first.
Oh, 1,200 pounds, yeah.
Okay, maybe the music was too much. That's all it was. The back truck came off, but still, it was a derailment, and no one likes derailments, okay? So, we were very, very cautious.
Hi there. Yep, I'm there.
Yep. I'll couple it.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. Somebody chalk it too, please.
Where? Now, with the SD70 Ace finished, we would be able to get it off the ramp, and we'd have to hook back on the Hiawatha and reverse for an even more amount of time. So, everyone was very nervous on that reverse move. Now this engine doesn't have a normal throttle, it's remote controlled, so I could just ride it while we hooked up, with Santino having the remote, very carefully getting us hooked up to the Hiawatha. Tender's bouncing.
We're not off. Alright, this is it.
Yeah, that's
Found another one.
back up again very far. Getting it all the way back to where they originally is. The back truck is basically anchored. Are we gonna have to move that passenger car? On switches in reverse.
Go backwards and go back.
So that's probably the main.
We're going to the track it was already originated in. We're going the same track.
So that's what I'm going
Yeah.
with this.
Now let's see if the Hiawatha will make it through this set of points again.
Now, if I'm correct, we had to go through, I believe, 4 switches to get to the parking, to where we had to park it. Yeah, it's fine.
Ace through.
One car. Locomotive. Sorry for the bad video. I was focused on watching the Hiawatha with my eyes and helping supervise it.
And we have cleared the switch. Nice.
Next switch.
Locomotive is off the switch. Hiawatha has reached the switch.
We're still good. I can see the front. I can see the front. Woo! This is the one I did. I'll park back.
We only needed it just barely in the tent, so we put it just barely in the tent. This is our still being painted Florida East Coast 430 that I hate because it's a Jevo. And then I'd help with fixing a reverser issue. Wow, this video is me realizing just how much slop there was in the throttle. And just before I left, the last move I'd have to make would be moving the Erie Lackawanna back to its place in the shed.